Hello, I'm Paul Skelton and welcome to Electrical TV. Well, it's that time of year again. Voting in the Electrical Connection Most Popular Awards is now open. Each year we ask electricians and contractors to let us know which brands they prefer to install in about 40 categories crossing the electrical and data industries. From residential switchgear to industrial automation and LED downlights to cable trays, the Most Popular Awards is a way for the industry as a whole to let suppliers know what the guys on the tools actually think. So, if you haven't already done so, as soon as this video ends, head to the Electrical Connection website and follow the links to cast your vote. Of course, the Electrical Connection Most Popular Awards means voting in the 2019 Golden Paul Award is also open. Named after iconic magazine editor and all-around top bloke Paul Skelton, this award looks to celebrate the person the industry deems to be the most influential person in the market. So, who's nominated? Brian Seymour has spent 7 decades in the electrical industry, having started as a 14-year-old apprentice. He's worked as a contractor, estimator, educator, and has written for Electrical Connection since we started publishing around 25 years ago. Last year he decided to finally retire, which of course means he is still actively involved in the industry. Next is Brian Webb, the BGW in BGW, which owns C&W, Sheriff Electrical, Robert Ferguson, Lighthouse, Cable Makers, Specialist Export Services, Energy Saving Specialists and Samios Plumbing Supplies. The Webb name runs deep in the Australian electrical sector. Is he the next Golden Paul? Then we have Ian Richardson, the chairman of the KNX National Group of Australia, who spent almost 4 years of his life battling a committee of naysayers, only to emerge successful in his efforts to have the ISO IEC standard behind KNX officially recognised as a technical specification in Australia and New Zealand, all while heading up ABB's Electrification Products Division. Despite coming from a regulator background, Peter Lamont has taken to his role of Executive Director of NECA Queensland and Director of Australian Cabler Registration Services, or ACRS, like a champ. He's the former chairman of ERAC and Executive Director of Queensland's Electrical Safety Office. The next contender, Stephen Coop's resume reads like a veritable who's who of the electrical supply world. For 11 years he was the Australian manager of Siemens. This was followed by 16 years at various chapters of Schneider Electric, culminating with the role of Managing Director for the Pacific region. Today he is the Managing Director and CEO of NHP Electrical Engineering Products. In addition to heading up Australia and New Zealand's largest electrical and plumbing franchise group, O'Brien Group Services, which until very recently was known as Laser Group, Steve Kyle has been a strong ambassador for Beyond Blue and Variety Children's Charities, spearheading the Laser Task Force, which helps local charity groups in the lead up to the annual LaserCon conference and exhibition. For the past 5 years, Suresh Manickam has been lobbying the government on behalf of the electrical industry, a largely thankless task that requires a lot more patience than, well, I certainly have. From his work with Group Training Australia to the HIA, the ABCC and now NECA, Suresh has long been representing the electrical industry at the highest levels in the country. And finally, something a bit different. For 45 years, the Kafut family in Sydney has been a recognisable and influential force within the industry. The company was started in 1972 by Keith and Barbara Kafut and today employs 89 staff members, including many family members, and tackles some of the largest projects in the country. And that's it. 8 influential members of our industry all vying to be the next Golden Paul. Who will it be? Only time will tell. Finally today, by now you will have seen the first few videos that we produced in partnership with SAI Global, looking at all of the big changes to the 2018 wiring rules. I sat down with Gary Busbridge from Clipsal, Dennis Galvin from Legrand and Lindsay Lucas from Eaton to discuss some of the changes and to ask questions that were submitted by users and Sparkies from around the country. If you haven't seen them yet but have some questions about the new rules, check out the rest of the videos on this channel to see previous episodes and subscribe to be updated when new videos are released. Well, that's it for this month, but be sure to join us next month for all the latest news and happenings in our industry. In the meantime, be sure to check out the website electricalconnection.com.au and follow us on Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. Until next time, I'm Paul Skelton.